a handkerchief. And that is how jealousy is dangerous. Because it wasn't true that his wife was unfaithful. He just took a handkerchief and he completely destroyed this man and this woman. Peacemakers, when you got jealousy, it's fine. I get jealous sometimes. I wish I was 5 inches taller. Every person who's 6 foot, I'm jealous of. Every single time. Doesn't matter. I just stare at them and I have to get over it. But Lord, forgive me for harboring envy and jealousy. It's true. Harboring envy and jealousy. I wanted those 5 inches. I prayed about it for years. You never gave it to me. Help me, oh Lord, with that. But whenever you got jealousy, it will happen. You will perceive things how you perceive it, right or wrong. You will perceive how you perceive it, and that perception is your reality. That is just your reality. And if it makes you feel jealous, the thing to do is you got to go to God in prayer and say, Lord, I have these feelings. I don't know if they're good or bad. I don't know if this is right. Help me. And it's the Lord who knows everything. It's the Lord who sees everything that can help you have the right perspective so that you can say, okay, I was jealous, but it was for nothing. The problem with jealousy and envy and bitterness is that you are unable to see people for who they really are. You know, the people you may be envious about, you probably don't know their full story. They're probably suffering in ways you have no idea. And you're envious about them, and you're not able to care for them because you're not able to see that they too suffer. So, God, and it will hit every last one of us in here. God, help us when we get our feelings hurt, when we're jealous, when we're envious, to not become peacemakers. Help us, oh Lord. Help us. Peacemakers. These are the people, and this happens to all of us, who mistake peace for avoiding the issue. So you don't bring up the issue, you don't face the issue, you don't confront, and you call it peace. It is the proverbial ostrich who puts his head in the ground and says, I see no problem, there is no problem. That is not peace. That's denial, avoidance, whatever the word. Peacemakers are dangerous because they never address the cause of the problem because they fear the feeling and the pain. When I went for my physical therapy, I will never forget this. This woman, I thought she was the cruelest human being in the world because she would lay me up, put my leg on, and squeeze as hard as she can right into the area of my leg that was in so much pain. And if I just thought feelings are what counts, I would say, lady, you are a cruel human being who needs to be thrown in jail. And even though I said, ow, even though I said this hurts, even though I said this feels absolutely wrong, even though I said probably words I shouldn't have said to her, how dare you do this to me, you mean woman, even though I said all that, she kept on doing it because she was healing me, because she was fixing the cause of the problem. She was a peacemaker with my leg, making it whole. There are times where you may want to avoid with your friends certain issues that you know are touchy, but that are bringing your friends down. If your friend is going to make a choice that you know is not the right choice for your friend, you are conflicted within. Because one, you love this person and you want them to do well in life. You don't want them to suffer. But two, you know the moment you bring it up, you might end up in a fight with your friend. There's conflict. But that conflict is not a bad thing. It's a sign that you're human. That conflict is the sign that you love. But it's how you handle that conflict. If you avoid telling your friend what you need to tell them, and you watch as your friend takes this bad decision and begins to suffer for it, you are not being a good friend. because he wanted to avoid the feeling. How you feel, to quote a movie, only matters to you. What you do to the people in your life is what counts. And sometimes a peacemaker is somebody who says, man, I know I'm going to end up making my friend mad, but I need to tell them this. Because otherwise they will make this poor decision and they will hurt themselves. And ultimately, if I don't say it and I watch them go down, I stand accountable to God. Because God put this person in my life, and I said I love them, and I didn't act in love. Because I didn't speak the truth in love. You're not divided because you have conflicting feelings. That's not a division. A division is this: when you feel one way and you act a complete opposite. Division is when you say you love your friend on the inside, but you do things that really don't show love at all. When your intentions do not match with your actions. That is when you're divided. When you feel conflicted, that's just you being human. That's just you feeling the conflict of love. Peacemakers avoid the issue. And it is always tempting to avoid the issue. There are times where I see the cell phone ring and I see the name and I'm not picking this up. Not picking this up, I'm going to go down in the subway to say I had no service. I'm not doing this. Because conflict is hard. And you need God for conflict. But again, if you find that you're in a situation with a loved one where you need to speak the truth in love, the peacemaking action is to speak the truth in love. But you cannot do it alone sometimes. So again, in order for there to be peace, you have to go to God. God, help me to tell my friend, my family, my loved one, my husband, my wife, my member, my whatever, my student, my teacher, Lord, help me to speak this truth in love so that they can hear it as well as they can. Help me to be patient when I am misunderstood, because you will most likely be misunderstood. Peacemakers are always, for a little while, misunderstood. The greatest peacemaker is Jesus Christ. And look what happened. It's only after that we realize, my Lord, he was saving our souls. But at the time, he was bringing forward our peace, and they didn't. Peacemakers. These are the ones who, as James says, love peace. They don't like seeing people fight.